MMA fighter called Yang is unaware of his heritage or why Outworld's Emperor Shang has sent his best warrior Sub-Zero to hunt Cole down. Cole goes in search of Sonya Blade at the direction of Jax. Soon he finds himself at the temple of Lord Raiden and trains with experienced warriors Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and rogue mercenary Kano as he prepares to stand with Earth's greatest champions against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. This newest version of Mortal Kombat is one big formulaic cliché. The movie is shipwrecked between the solemnity of a stale narrative style full of stereotypes and commonplaces that bores a few minutes after it started. It's a film drawn with weak premises which once the story begins, it fades, speculating with the nostalgia that the incorporation will awaken in viewers of the emblematic and iconic fighting characters. This reboot subjects us to a slog of exposition and mythology in between the action that defines the games. It's ultimately a mess, attempting to mask the narrative's various flaws with ultra-violent action and not entirely sure what kind of movie it's trying to make. There's too many cooks in the narrative kitchen. There's not a true focus on the many plots. It tries to tell multiple stories about a hero's journey, a tournament of champions fighting for glory, and a gathering of characters to create a new superhero universe, which unfortunately ends up failing to succeed at any of it. If the movie would have focused on just one of these stories, it would be more than enough to make an exciting movie. The explosion of sound and blows aplenty to make the audience forget about what is lacking and cannot sustain, which is a plot that contains everything. It's a weak proposal that is not up to the task and that treats the audience as naive. The pacing is so uneven that at one point the film suddenly realizes it has dawdled through training and lurches into the final showdowns. The actors that look the part are Joe Taslim, who plays Sub-Zero, and Hiroyuki Sanada, who plays Scorpion. The rest are just plain mediocre. The bloodshed isn't enough to make up for often painful acting from most involved. The need to throw in the finishing lines and the catchphrases from the game is so laughably clunky each time. When the movie stops the action, we are forced to focus on mundane and stiff dialogue that wouldn't be sufficient for a series that is trying to create its own Marvel-style universe of movies. The first 10 minutes feature some intriguing fight choreography, and everything after leaves a lot to be desired. The movie suffers from choppily edited and sometimes incomprehensible action sequences, as it's favoring lots of frenetic camera work to mimic the so-called intensity of each fight. It's a total letdown, as this is a Mortal Kombat movie we are talking about, a movie where the fight scenes aren't just about fulfilling the game's visual impact, but should allow us to appreciate the elaborate choreography as well. By the end, this movie is a jumbled mess. This Mortal Kombat is one big fatality.